Okay, so I think we can start now. I'll just present my screen.
Yeah, one more question I had.
Yeah. Mhm.
For our app, so by default, when we run the app, so there would be that it would be in the purple, the app's name that we had given to the project would be shown. So,
Mhm.
is there any way we could change that color, or we could change whatever is written there, or the
Yeah,
styling
we'll
of
do
those
it
things?
today only. Yeah, we'll cover that today also. And I planned like styling and some stuff for today, so we'll do that as well.
Yeah, okay. And what is a better practice? So the constraints that we put. So if we had three, suppose like in the previous, the BMI calculator, we had three, like the name, two names, and one button. So we had those three, and the fourth the field. So what is a better practice to constrain each other relative to the one that is above or to the top of the screen? What would be a better practice when we are
So
constraining
basically,
elements?
the best practice we could like reach is the like in a columnar way. We'll constrain the first widget to the top of the app. After that, we'll align all the other widgets one below one. Like so, for example, like we did in the previous app, the top widget will be constrained to the top of the app. After that, all widgets will follow. Like it's basically like a stack. So that's the best
Yeah,
practice,
okay.
let's say.
Yeah. Okay,
Hmm.
thank you.
Any other doubts? Or we can start now. Okay. So we'll start a new Android project, and as you guys asked, we'll make a camera application today. So what will our camera application do? So basically, we want to click pictures from our application, and after that, the picture has been clicked. We'll show it in our like an image view, and we'll apply some filter so that like Snapseed, you guys must have heard of. So basically, what we'll do is like convert the image that the whatever we have clicked to a bitmap which is grayscale. Like its saturation is zero, so like it's basically black and white. And after that, we'll save it in gallery. So that's the basic idea behind the app. So for that, let's start a new studio project. um Select empty activity, name the application whatever you want. I'll name um camera filter maybe. Start the app. So today we'll do styling first, basic styling things, and after that we'll move to the app. So as I told you, this is the res folder, and we have values over here. When you click on values and expand that, you'll see a lot of like three files over here. One is strings, as you all know. Another one is styles, and another one is colors. So basically, as you guys told, let's just run this app first on Pixel emulator or whatever your device is. So as you guys told, like this is the violet color that is showing up. So this color you can change it over from here. So let's just pick some color scheme. Today, let's go with Discord colors. So Discord has a great theme. Discord color theme. Let's just go with first side. See the content. Hmm. So now, as you all can see, like this is violet and this is like dark blue. So we'll change these colors today. Okay, so this is the color palette, and where are the like codes? Okay, so these are the hex codes. So let's go with this color for the app bar. Change this with this. So basically, this is hex code, as you all might know. Basically, any color can be like identified through these codes. Let's select a darker theme. Let the darker theme be this one. Okay, this is the darker theme. Let's just do this color only for light theme. So this is a I would say pop blue kind of color. Let's just run this, and now you'll see the changes. Hmm. See, the now app colors have been changed. So that's how you change the color, and you can also change the text from over here. So for that you have to go to Java file, and then you can like change it. So actually I think I'll have to also search for it, how to change app bar name in Android. So there are like 3 4 methods, like how you can change the title. So always, like whenever you have some doubt, or you encounter something new, go to Stack Overflow and search for your doubts. So that's the like basic thing that everyone should do. So as here it's someone says, the normal way is to do get action bar dot set title, this one. So let's just try this with our Java code. Okay, what does it say? Replace object. Okay, it can be null as well. So what did I do over here is, whenever you get a warning, uh, you hold alt and then press enter. So then a dialog box will appear, and then go with the first one always. Like it's mostly the first one, and or like you can also read all the options. Click on it and see it. It says that it cannot be null. Like there can be some cases where it is null. So for that we have like this is an if check basically. Like if it is null, then pass it. Otherwise, change the name of the app bar on the app bar. So let's set the title as maybe camera. Now run it. I think it should run. Okay, there was some error. So that's not the way we do it. Get okay, there's another way as well. Hmm. Let's just try this one only. Or I guess you have to print. Okay, now the string has been changed. So before it was like color filter written on the app, but now it's hello world app. So let's cut it. We don't need this app, need this line. I think make now your doubt is clear.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So it's we are back to camera filter. Now let's just put in the structure over here. What we are going to do. So basically, like before you code any app, make what do we call an a basic structure, so that you know what all functions and what all things you have to code. So for this, we are making a camera app. So what are the functions? For one, like there will be a one button to click image. Another one will to save image, save the image in gallery or like file manager, MANAGER. And we need an image view to display our picture. So these are like the basic widgets that we need. What are the functions we need? So whenever you click a picture, that will be colored. So you have to change that to grayscale. So there will be a method that will convert the picture to grayscale. Grayscale. We want a method like this. And at last, you want to save the image. And before that, first of all, like we have to open the camera and open camera, then you have to change it to grayscale, then you have to save image. So these are the things we'll do in this app. So first of all, let's just go to activity IUI portion, and let's make the UI. So before like going directly into the app, I would like to like introduce 2 3 new concepts. So concepts are like, let's say, attributes that are used in Android in every app mostly. So first will be intents, and second will be toast messages. So in most of the app, like what we have coded till now, we only have this one activity. So for more complex apps, they will be like more than 2 3 activities. So let's take the example of Instagram only. We have so many like activities, and they are all linked up together. So that's what we are going to do today. And after that, we'll also look at toast messages. So for this, I guess first we'll code, and then you can like see that what are toast messages. So basically for firstly intents. So what I have thought is, for this app we'll use two pages. One will be like onboard page. For example, like, hi, you are using this app, and there will be one button so that you can navigate to the next screen. It's, I guess it's mostly used in every app, like onboard screen, so to promote the basic features or like anything that your app provides. I guess Instagram also has it. So let's just put hi there. So let's just put in some random string. Hi there. Welcome to cam filter, or whatever you have named your app. ID, we don't need this text view. Like, we don't need to make the content dynamic. So ID, let it be. Um, Increase the text size 22 sp. Center the alignment, make it bold. Change the color to, let's say, let's go with black only. So that's your like text view, and the function, there is no functionality behind this text view. After that, we'll put in a button through which we can navigate to the next activity. We'll also like see some styling for this button. Like, right now this button looks very bland, like it's a gray button and with normal like features. So we'll apply some styling to it as well. The ID will be button only. Let's just keep it button. And over here the text, let's just put okay, get started. So that's the basic text. And maybe like, okay, increase this a little bit, 18 sp. And let's go with color white. We'll apply styling over it, so we'll change the background colors to something else. So that's what we are going to do, and that's it. I think we can now constrain it. So as Meg asked, this is the first widget. This will be constrained to the top of the app, and this is the second one. So we'll constrain it to the next widget, like the first one. And like this is the basic constraining. And also I would like to mention one thing. If you want to see the total layout in your app, whatever, like, this is only the white page. What if you want to see this app bar as well as these buttons over here? So what you do is you click on this I button and click on show layout decorations. It will load for a bit, and these things will appear. Like, these are basically layout decorations. So now you can, whatever suits you. I prefer this one, like, without the layout decorations. And if that suits you better, you can use that as well. So this is button. We'll also make another activity. So this is our first activity, and in the second activity we have to like implement a camera. So for that, this is the Java folder, and this is the main Java folder, like, where all the Java files are there. Right click on this folder, click on new, and go to activity, and then click on empty activity. So I'll do it again. Click on this folder, right click on it, click on new, then navigate to activity. Over there you can see there are a lot of activities. So then click on empty activity. That's how you make a new activity. You have to name your activity. Let's just name it activity 2. Finish. Click on finish. And now this new activity will be created. Okay, I encounter this like this error a lot of times. You might not have this error, but I will also show you how to resolve this one. So are you guys like able to follow till now?
Yes, bro.
And are you getting this error? Like, can you like confirm?
One
Like,
second,
is
bro.
this coming? Is it fine for you? Anyone of you getting error? This error, like, this is red portion.
No, I'm not getting it.
Chat. Okay, I will have to look. Okay, no error, no. So this actually happens to me only, I guess. So let's just first code something. After that, I'll resolve it. So this is the get started button. Moving on to the main activity. So now here we'll do the basic stuff as we have always done. We instantiate a button, the IDs button. We come down in the main like on create method. link the button to a activity file. Find view by id r dot id dot, the id is button only. And in this button, wherever this button is clicked, what we have to do is we have to navigate to next activity, next, or let's just say screen, navigate to next screen. So we'll set a on click listener on this, put a dot operator, set on click listener, new view dot on click listener. So that's how the on click method comes. And now what we have to do is let's just make one method which names which calls like, whose name is start new screen, and make the method over here void. The return type will be void only, start new screen. Okay, screen. So in this method, what we have to do is we have to navigate to the next one. As I told you, we'll be using something called intents. So we define an intent equals to, we give a variable name intent equals to new intent. And this takes two input parameters. The first one is this activity, like the first one is the activity where you want to go. So this dot, okay, I guess it's, I'm messing up with intents, right? This dot, the next activity name, activity 2 comma, and the next parameter is wait, I will see, we'll look the input parameters what they are. And after you have set the intent correctly, what you have to do is you have to start activity. So there is a method called start activity, and you have to pass this intent. So now the activity will be started, but we have to give input parameters as well. This dot, okay, my error will come because this error hasn't been resolved. So I'll go to file. So that's how you resolve this error. You click on invalidate caches and restart and terminate the app. So it won't be like for you the error wouldn't be there, but I have to restart the app. Restart Android should be okay. So till now, any doubts?
Yeah, I just missed one thing. Which button did you add? Like, was it an image button or the normal one?
That was a normal button.
Okay.
You can put in any button you want. But for now, we are using normal button only. So it's
Okay.
starting. Till now, I'll show you like how to use intents, or like how to use Stack Overflow if you don't know something. Intents. Okay, we'll start a new intent Android. So there are two like the biggest sites you can reach. This is Android developers, like this is the documentation for Android Studio and other things, and this is Stack Overflow. So for faster like resources, or like to get your answer in a like in a less time, you always use Stack Overflow. If you want to go in details, you can also like look it up on documentation. So that's how you do it. You create an intent and you pass in this activity, like the activity which you are on right now, and after that you put in the activity which where you want to go, like the next activity. I think it should be resolved till now. Okay, it's indexing and gradle steps will run. Any doubts? Okay. It will resolve. It takes time with my computer, I don't know why. Hmm. Till then, let's just see something else. I wanted to show you some resources where you can learn Android. Like after the workshop, you will also do like you would want to do some extra stuff and make some good apps. So one is Coding Inflow. There's a YouTube channel called Coding Inflow, and this guy is literally brilliant. He like his explanations are like better than any other YouTube channel you'll find. So go to playlist, and after that you'll see a lot of playlists that he has done. So I personally learned Android from here only, and some other YouTube channels I'll also recommend. So this is Coding Info. He's a German guy, and he's pretty damn good. So you can see that navigation and whatever you want to do, like layout tutorials, like this is constraint layouts, linear layouts, and something, some other things. Like he has done some good stuff. Like this is timer, how to use timers, activity. This is a Firebase. This is basically something related to backend. So he has some backend as well. SQLite, like SQL also, and you'll see a lot of things over here. You can learn anything. So that's the like basic, I would say like the best resource out there. Another one is like coding with Mitch, I guess. Coding with Mitch. You can note them somewhere, so it will be better afterwards. Like you can directly go to the channels. So he's also good with Android stuff. I guess now he has started doing in Kotlin. So if you want to learn Kotlin, he's the the right guy. So that's about the channels, and I think it should be indexed by now. Okay, now there's no error. We were on this intent part. So for the first parameter is like the activity which we are on right now. So this is main activity dot this, and we want to navigate to next activity whose name is activity2 dot class. So that's the basic syntax that you have to use. For the current activity, you have to you have to use this, and for the next activity, you have to use dot class. Run that. And we also now after this we'll also like style this button. It's launching. So now you click this activity, you'll be like, this is a new activity. Like this is the activity 2. This was activity 1. This is activity 2. So I'll go through the code again. What you do is you set a on click lesson on this button. You call a new method which is start new screen or whatever you feel like in naming. And in that method we make a new intent. We give the current activity's name and the followed activity which we want to go on, and you just call start activity and pass in the intent. So that's the basic code. Now next part, we will style this button. So go to res folder, go to drawable. No, okay. Click on res folder. No, okay, sorry. You have to go to drawable. Open the drawable folder. Right click on this. Click on new. Are you guys following, or like I should go a bit slow? Are you guys following? Like, can we move forward?
Yes, sir. Yes, bro.
Okay. Click on drawable. Right click on this. Go to new and click on drawable resource file. So this will create a new drawable resource file for you. The file name will be custom button. And as this is an XML file with and its tag is selector, so you won't see anything in this bar, like this page, the UI portion. You have to code this only. So go to XML part and select the selector, and instead of selector, let's write shape. Type in shape. After that, you can like, there are 3-4 properties that go in over here. So one is corners. You can change solid colors. You can change stroke, padding, gradient, size. There are like 5-6 attributes that you can change. First of all, what we'll do is we'll click on solid and color, and we'll set some color to it. Let's go to the okay. Select uh, go to values, styles.xml, no, colors.xml. Pick this color only. So basically, these are the colors that Discord uses. And close that tag. now you can easily see that no, okay, now the solid color has been changed, but you have to link this style sheet with this button as well. So then only you will be able to see the changes. So search for background property and like type in here drawable. This is the folder, and now you can see like custom button appears. Click on this one, and now it will be applied. See, now it's changed. What we'll do is we'll increase the width to match parent and apply like some 48 margin, 48 dp margin on left and 48 on this side as well. So basic, but now you, as there will be one question in your mind that like we could have changed color from directly from here, but what you couldn't do from here is like you cannot make this button circular or like put some borders over it from this attribute panel. So for that, go to styling sheet again. You have to corners. You have to type in corners, and in corners you'll select radius. The radius, let's just put 20 dp. So this is the radius that will be applied to this button. So now you can see the button is a bit circular. Let's just run our app. So that's how you style your buttons. You can style anything like if you want to style edit text like the input fields that we used in the previous class, or like the text views also. Anything, any button can be styled using these style sheets, custom style sheets. So you can see now it looks better. You can click on this, go to the new activity, come back. So, and let's just put in some dark theme only, background color. First of all, let's go to styles. No, not this. Colors.xml. Pick this color, not this color. Okay. Put some gray color only. Let's just. Okay. Instead of copying and like going the right way, we'll just pick some random gray color. So that's how you color your apps and style your apps and change the color to white. See, now the page looks better, and this is how you style your apps. So now moving to the major portion of our app, that is making the camera application. So are you guys following till now? Have you like made this application, like styled your application till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's running. I'll let it run. Huh. So now we'll go to this page only, and now we have to work on this page. Let's close this colors. Main activity isn't needed. This isn't needed, and the custom button is also not needed. So we just need two things. One is activity.xml and activity.java file. So we'll make our UI over here. Search for image view. So after clicking the image, we want to show the image in image view. So drag it over here. So this dialog box will appear, and it will ask you if you want some image in it. Let's just go with anyone. We have to like finally delete that image. Like we don't need that image, so let's just go with anyone. Constrain it. Layout width fee, like let's just put match parent, and instead of wrap content, we'll use 500 dp. So it's a bit bigger, larger. And down here, as I told you, like open the main activity. Okay. As I told you, we need two buttons. One is for clicking the image, and another one is to save the image in file manager. So we need two buttons over here. Put in first one, put in the second one, change the ID to maybe capture for first button, and for the second button, let's just put save. So these are the IDs that we'll use. Constrain them. So as we did in the previous class, like if you want these buttons in a row manner, what you have to do is hold Control on your keyboard, click on the first button, and click on the second button as well. Right click on both the buttons, and you'll see this like dialog box. Go to chains and click on create horizontal chains. So now a chain has been created, and also like now you can see like that if you move this button, this button won't move like together. Like these won't move together. So for that, what we have to do is click on this button, right click, and you'll see an option called show baseline. Click on that and drag the cursor from here and join it over here. So now when you move this button, the second button will move along. So uh, instead of constraining the top handles, both the top handles to this one, you can like now constrain one only. So that's how it works. Constrain one to down. Now the constraining has been done. Let's just rename our first button. Okay, this is capture button. The text should be captured. And let's apply the style that we have created. Search for background. Click on background and type in drawable. Now you'll see the custom button style over here. Click on that. The style will be changed for the second button as well. Do the same thing, drawable custom button. So now we have successfully like applied styles. Make this match parent and make this match parent as well. So they'll take equal heights. So now they're taking equal heights. You can also apply margin. Let's just put in 8 over here and 4 for the right side for this button, and for this button 8 for right side and 4 for left side. Also put some margin over here for this image view. Let's just go with 4 and 4. So now when you run the app, you'll see this one, like see the UI. Any doubts till now? This is the basic stuff. I guess we did this in previous class as well. So click on get started. So now you will see your app. So now coming to the second thing that I told you, let's delete it. We completed it. And second is toast messages. So what are toast messages? We'll see. On the click of this button, we'll like prompt the user with some toast message. So doing the basic stuff again, button. One is capture, another one is save. And these are the two buttons. And in the same way, we have an image view, and its name is image. Did we set our ID for image view? I don't think. Okay, set the ID to image only, or whatever you feel like. Okay, don't ask. So the ID is image now. And now what you do is you connect these buttons and image view to the XML. So capture equals to find view by ID r.id.capture. So this is done. Doing it again for the in the same way for second button and image view. Save and image. Okay, all three have been done. And after that, we want to show toast messages for now. So set a on click listener on this one, capture dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener. I want auto generation for the code, so let's just type in again on click listener. So this code is auto generated, and what you want to do is show a toast message over here. So type in toast dot make text. So in toast messages, basically you show some string or whatever you want to prompt to the user, you show in that one. Toast dot make text. First of all, it takes context. You can read about context, what context is on Google. So my battery is turning off. I just plug in the charger. Like whatever your doubts in Android, or either let it be like web development, either web development or Android. So whatever your doubt is, you can always clear that on Stack Overflow. So you can also read about what context is on Google or like Stack Overflow as well. So for context, we'll just pass this as a context, and we want to put in some char sequence. So we'll put in capture button clicked, and the third field is the length of this toast. Like for how many seconds do you want to show this toast. You can pass in the duration property, or you can also like do this thing, toast dot length short. So there are basically two things, one is length long, another one is length short. So that's the duration. Like obviously, as the name suggests, short will be shorter than the long one, and then you put in a dot operator and then put in show. Okay, this shows some error. What's the error? Let's look it. Um, okay, so that's not how you pass the context. What you have to do is activity 2 and then put this. So that's basic context, and when you run this, I'll show you what basically toast does. Click on get started, click on capture. See, now you see this like popped up button like cloud or something, whatever you feel like to call it. So that's how toast messages work. So is it clear till now? Any doubts? Yes, sorry, bad connection. Okay. Okay, we can move forward, I guess. So now our basic things has been set up, like the UI portion. So now all we want to do is Java. So first of all, as I told you, there is this manifest file in Java folder, in this app folder. Click on that folder, on that file, sorry. And as I told you, you explicitly code in any permission you like. Let's suppose your app want to use a camera, so you'll have to put some permission, so that like in that form your app will know that I want to use a camera. So you like basically you have to hard code any permissions over here. So users permission, there are many permissions. For example, if you want to use internet in your app, you code in internet, and if you want to use camera, you go with camera. Close that tag. So now your app will know that I in like the user will use permission for the camera in this app. So that's how you do it. If you don't do it, your app won't run. So that's the basic structure that
Oh
Android
yeah,
has
I guess
provided.
we also need the storage condition.
Yeah, I thought we'll put in after.
Okay, oh,
Okay, so we'll also use permission. So there are two permissions that we have to do. One is media location. Okay, let's just find storage something. Write external storage, and we need read external storage as well. Put in read one and the right one as well. Write external storage. So these are the three permissions that we need from our app. So if you want to use locations as well, you can use location permission as well. This is our main activity. Okay, we don't want main activity, we want activity to the Java. Save. Okay, let's just copy this code and apply this to save button as well. Change the name to save. Let's just run it in background. Now, now you know that your app has permission to use camera. So next thing what we want to do is, so like if you use Snapseed or like any other app, for example, if you even use Tinder, okay, I know most of you will be using Tinder. So Tinder will ask you for your location permissions. So if you don't allow the app to use your permissions, the permissions will not be given. So that's for security purposes. So that's why we also have to ask the user if you want to give camera permission or not. So that's the basic structure that we have to put. So we type in take permission from user. Okay. So for that, what we'll do is we'll make another method which will return void ask for camera permission. And in this ask for camera permission, okay, there's a type of camera. That's how you code it. Like there's no like logic behind it. So that are the guidelines that Android has provided, and you have to code that only. So ask for camera permission. That's how you do it. Context compat dot check self permission. So that's the basic syntax that Android gives you, and you have to follow this only. And we have to pass in context here this comma and manifest dot permission dot camera. So this line is self-explanatory. Like you have given the permission in your manifest file. Over there, you look for permission, and from all the permissions that you give, you look for camera permission. Camera dot. Okay. So that's how you get the permission, and now you want to check whether the permission has been given or not. So for that, you'll check that with package manager dot permission granted. So this package manager dot permission granted will give a code either 0 or 1. If it's 0, then the permission is not given. If it's 1, then the permission is given. And this line also gives 0 or 1. So if they both are 1, like it gives 1, the code is 1 over here. And if this code is 1, then you will go in this if check. Otherwise, you will come in this else block. We'll code the else block as well. And here you were like, what you're doing is you are checking that if user has given the already given the permission for camera. If he is not given, if camera permission is not already taken, then what you have to do is take permission. So now how do we take permissions? You type in activity compat dot request permissions. So you can obviously see like this is check for self permission, and this method is request permission. And what you do here is same thing. Pass in context manifest dot permission and dot camera, and the third parameter will be, okay, that's not how you pass your permission. Here what you have to do is you have to pass an array of permissions, or like list of permissions. So the permission is this, and lastly it says you have to enter request code. So let's just put in some random code 101, and okay, we forgot these two brackets. Put this in this, as this is an array. See, now all the things come like together. So what we did here is check for self permission. If permission is not already taken, like if it's already not granted, you take the permission. And how do you take permission? Activity compat that request permissions. You pass in the context. You pass in your array whatever request you want, like camera over here. So you pass in an array, and this is request code. So instead of like typing request code directly over here, what we can do is, as I told you in previous class in Java, how do we uh, type constant variables. So you know that this 101 will never change. Like this is 101 is constant variable. Like it won't change. This is a request code. So for that, what we'll do is we'll type in public static final integer. Let's just type in camera permission code, which is equals to 101, or whatever we feel like. Let's just put 102. This code can be anything. This is just like constant variable, and instead of 101 hard coding it, we'll put camera permission code. So this part has been done, and now if you know, like, okay, the user has given you the permission to use camera, what you'll do is you'll open your camera. So we'll make another method to open camera. So any doubts till now? Like if this check self permission, request permission, you can unmute yourself.
No.
Okay, so all clear? Okay, cool. Next, what we want to do is open camera. So we'll type in public, or let's just type in void open camera. So again, we'll use the concept of intent. So for opening camera, there is a special type of intent. We'll type in new intent again. So you have to type in media store dot action image picture, I guess, or action image capture. So that's the right intent. And now what you can do is start activity for result. So basically, when you click your picture, it will like load when. So this is how it works. First of all, you open the camera intent, okay? Then you will click a picture, and this picture has to like you have to show that in this image view as well. So what we'll do is, instead of like normally starting any activity, we type in start activity for result. So the result here will be our image only, as we have to show that image in our image view. We'll use this result to show that. So that's how you like use camera intents. Start activity for result, and you pass in your intent. Okay, what's the problem we have? Let me just look it. Acha, you have to pass in your camera access code as well. Camera permission code. Sorry, this is not permission code. You have to type in another code over here. That's just 110. So, hmm. So basically, this is camera request code, and this was camera permission code. So these two codes are different. Again, doing the same thing. Make a constant variable. Just put in camera request, or like camera, or you can also use camera open, maybe camera open code. Let's go with 103, and instead of hard coding it, you can use camera open code. So these two codes are different. Now let's just run our app. Get started. Capture. Okay, capture button click. Okay, we didn't call this ask for permission only. So instead of this toast method, what we'll do is ask for permissions. Get started. Capture. See, now it asks you allow camera filter to take picture and record video. Allow. Okay, this was the first time that we allowed. And what we did is, so what here happened is, we checked for permission, we granted the permission, but then this was an else block. So, and open camera is in else block, like you will have to tap it again. We'll handle this case as well. Now you again click on it. This thing will appear. So Android has set this emulator. You can like hold your alt, and when you hover your mouse, you can see anywhere in this room, and you can easily click pictures. If you want to reject it, or like you want to retake it, or like this is fine for you, so go with tick mark. So that's how you take images. But now what we did over here is, we just took the picture, and we didn't so right now we haven't like really coded like the lines, so that we can show this image in this image view, the image that we captured. So for that, like are there any doubts till now? Are you able to like capture images?
No, bhaiya, no problem.
No problem, no? Okay.
Hmm.
So what we can do is, we can just remove this image. Maybe there's no need to put in hard coded images. Go in XML, search for image and see this is the src compat. You can remove this line, and when you remove this line, go to the UI portion, and you will see that there is no Android image over here, so it will be blank. Now what we'll do is,
Bhaiya,
mhm.
yeah, will this ask for permissions again and again when we reopen the app? Like once if we give the
Is it
permissions
asking
in,
you again? Is it asking you again?
I know we are just asking. I have to build
No, no,
into
no,
my.
no. Once you like grant your permission, your app will always know, like it will store in default values that okay, he has given the permission for
It
camera.
will directly
So
go into the extra.
you can directly open camera next time. So as you can see, Let's just run it again. No? See now, when you click on this button, like capture button, it won't ask for permissions. It will directly open the camera.
Okay. Okay.
So now what we did is we took the picture, but we haven't really shown it in the image view. So now we'll code that part. Okay. So for that, as I told you, this is start activity for result. This will give us some result, like the image only. So for that, you have to override some method. For that, what you have to do is hold on your keyboard and you have to find insert key on your keyboard again. So hold alt and click on insert. So this pop-up will appear. Are you able to do this, like all of you? Okay. So click on override methods. Again, a dialog box will appear. Search for on activity result. So that's the method that you want to override. Okay. Are you able to like code this part?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So now what we want to do is we want to take the picture that appeared that you clicked over here, and we want to show that in image view. So that's the like our aim to do right now on activity result. So this is the data part. So your image will like flow through this data. You will access the image through this data portion, like this intent data portion. So how to access that? First of all, we'll check that if data is not null. See, if it's null and you code your like code goes here. So as I told you in the previous class, like you have to always handle edge cases. So this is one edge case. If data was null and you code and like the normal code flows, so then there will be exception generation and your app like will totally crash. So for that, what you do is you check for data is not null first. Then we'll write the code over here. What we want to do is, so there's this thing called bitmap. So you can like Google search it. What are bitmaps? What is a bitmap? Okay, the net is slow. You can like you can search on your computer. Okay, it has come. The results have come. A representation in which yeah, like you can read the definition. Basically, I guess it's a matrix kind of thing. Every image is a matrix. And every like each cell I would say has some color on it, like purple, gray, blue. So like you can see in this image, see this is our earth. Okay, this is an image of earth and you can see this pixel is blue, this is light blue. So basically this is bitmap. So it's a matrix of like colored cells which together form an image. So that's bitmap. Bitmap equals to what we'll do is here is we'll extract the image from this data part. So we'll put in data dot get extras dot get, and you have to pass in one key which is data. So there are some like okay, it shows some error. What's the error? Incompatible types. Okay, you have to typecast it as well. Bitmap. Now it's okay. And see what I was telling you, like so there are like some things that you will never know about like for example, if you are doing this app for the first time and you are doing this on your own instead of like attending in a workshop, so you will always run into some situations where you don't know what the code like how to code this part. So I would again say look it up on Stack Overflow and you'll get all the answers. So we have got a data, and now what we want to do is image. So that's our image view as we declared over here. This is our image view whose name is image. We'll do image dot set image bitmap, and you will pass your bitmap from this. So now when you click your picture and you click on OK button, I guess it will work and it will show the image. You click on OK. See, now this appears. So basically, using bitmaps, your image gets blurry and like the resolution goes down. So that's not like I wouldn't say this is the right way to make a camera application. We'll refactor our code tomorrow and we'll remove this blurriness through some other code. Like for that, what you have to do is what you're doing is you take a picture and then you directly show in your image. So that's what you are doing right now. Instead of that, what we really have to do is first we click the image, then this image will go in some directory. This is not like the image won't be saved, but your phone will send this image in some temporary directory. And okay, so there are some typos. Okay, so your phone will send this image into some temporary directory, and from there what you have to do is you have to extract the exact location. So what you have to do is you have to extract the exact location and then shoot in this image view instead of like showing the bitmap directly. So basically that's the hard part, and I don't think we'll be able to like code it today only. So we'll do that tomorrow. Location. And also one thing is remaining, which is conversion of image in black and white. So if you if you guys want to like code for 10 more minutes, we can cover this part today only, but like we can also cover that tomorrow. So tomorrow is the last session and we'll finally complete the app. But if you want like this part to be done today only, we can convert that. So what do you guys suggest? Like, should we like?
So we can for 10 minutes.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
We can do matlab, 10 minutes. Fine.
Okay, is 10 minutes fine for all of you? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So now what we have to do is we have to convert this image, this image that we got into grayscale. So for that, what we do is we type in void. We type in method name, that is convert to maybe convert to grayscale. I think the spelling is GRAY or it's GREY. You can like figure it out for yourself. I think it's GRAY, grayscale. Okay. So what will this thing do? Instead of returning void, we'll return bitmap from here, and it will take bitmap only. Let's just type original bitmap. So this is so basically this bitmap that you got from your result is a colored one. And now what you want to do is you want to change this bitmap into a grayscale one. Convert, and you pass in this original bitmap. So now what you have to do is you have to process some things, and whatever this bitmap has, you have to change every cell to a gray colored one. So like you have to like decrease the saturation level. So how do we do it? First of all, we'll type two variables. One is width, bth, one is height. You type in height equals to, you have to get the height of this original bitmap. So typing original bitmap dot get height. So that's how you get height. In the same way, we'll copy this line. We'll type in width, and instead of get height, we'll type in get width. So now what you have done is you have stored the width and height of this original bitmap that you passed from here in these two variables. So that's what we have done here. And moving on to the next step, what we have to do is we have to create new bitmap that we have to pass. So let's just type in new bitmap. Okay, let's just type new gray scaled bitmap. So this is a new grayscale bitmap, and what you do here is bitmap dot bitmap dot create scaled bitmap. No. What you have to do is bitmap dot normal create bitmap, and you have to pass in, like, so there are many functions with the same name. This is called method overriding, I guess. Yeah. So this is method overloading. So when your function's name is same, but there are like different types of or different number of parameters given, so this is called method overloading and overriding only, I guess. So there's a confusion between two terms, overriding and overloading. So that's the Java part. So what you have to do here is you have to pass in your width. Next thing what you have to pass here is height. And so now now it says you have to pass some configuration. So again, you won't be able to understand this in one go. So let's just type in config dot argv8888. So that's some configuration. Now you can look it up on Google. What is it? What does this line do? So you type in what is, see, I already searched it, and you can go on this Android developers site, and you'll see there are a lot of configurations that are there. So you can read this line: possible bitmap configurations. A bitmap configuration describes how pixels are stored. This affects the quality, color, depth, or as well as the ability to display transparent or translucent colors. So that are different. Basically, you can call them as flags. So these are flags. Like if you use this flag, each pixel is stored in 4 bytes. If you use this one, each picture is stored in 8 bytes. So that's basically a flag, and every flag has different feature. Now the next thing what we want to do is we want to type in canvas. We want to make a canvas like the normal canvas that we use in our art classes. Canvas equals to new canvas. You have to pass in your bitmap through here, and you have to also like make a paint equals the paint. You have to import this as well. Paint equals to new paint. So now this paint has been like instantiated. The next part you have to do is you have to make some one color matrix as well. So there are a lot of things that you have to do to make like to convert to grayscale. So what even I did like even I copied the code from Stack Overflow, and then like I understood each and every line. So you can directly search convert bitmap to grayscale Android. See that links is already purple, and you can like see like this is the code that I went through. So this is the same code that we are using. You can also copy this directly from here, or like let's just copy this from here, and I like comment this, and I like explain each and every line from this one. Color matrix filter as well, input class. So again, the same code. What you did here is you took width and height. You got the like get the height from the original bitmap. Then what you did is you created a bitmap with this width, this height, and this configuration which is now so. Then what you have to do is you make a new canvas and pass in your new bitmap over there. You instantiate a new paint. You instantiate new color matrix, and in color matrix, as I told you, every like cell has some color, and all those cells together make an image. So for each and every cell in image, what we have to do is we have to like bring down the saturation levels to 0. So that's what we are doing here over here. So this is a color matrix. It has many cells, and for each cell we are saturating it down to 0. So like it appears black and white. So the next step is to make a filter out of this like color matrix. You have to make a new filter. He's called it F. We can also call it filter. Let's just put a filter. And what the next part is to paint dot set color filter. So for this paint, you have to set a color filter which is this this filter whose saturation levels are 0. So and that's the basic code behind it. And lastly, what you have to do is, this is your canvas, and you have to draw a bitmap on this canvas. So starting from left 0, top left, top is 0, left is 0, and you pass in your paint. So that's the line where our bitmap is drawn. And lastly, you return your bitmap grayscale, the final bitmap that is converted to gray. And instead of convert to grayscale, okay, let's just copy this convert to grayscale. I put in here. See, now when you run your app, I'll uh, I'll take the doubts after we have done the app. Now when you run your app, you click on get started, you click on capture. Let's move our camera a little bit. Let's just capture this TV. Click on capture. Now we click on this. See, now it appears in black and white mode. So that's how we basically make filters. You must have heard about app named Huji. So it has some unique filter in it. You can also make your own filters and filters filters. You can make your own filters, and you can apply them over here from here. And you can also have like 4 filters over here. Like if you want to make a Fuji app, or if you want to convert it to grayscale, or you can have many filters over here, and then you can apply over it, and then you can save it. So that's the basic code that goes behind any camera app. So any doubts till now? Like I. Mhm.
When you push this on Git starting, right?
Sorry, your voice wasn't clear.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Push this on Git by midnight.
Can you type in chat box through? I think I'm not able to hear you clearly. Any other person like Meg or Ria? You have any doubts?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah, Dhruv, write in the chat box and I'll see from there.
He's saying if you could share this on GitHub.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'll share that in GitHub today only. I'll share it right now only. No? VCS import. So you can also share in the same way if you want to. If you want to convert send it on your GitHub ID, go on VCS, click on import version control, share project on GitHub. Let the repository name be camera filter only. Click on share. And initial commit. Okay, if you want to change your commit message, you can change it from here. You click add, all the files will be added. And it's now pushing it to GitHub. So okay, okay, now you can easily see on my GitHub. I'll give you the link. This is GitHub, my repositories. Okay, this is so now the project appears over here, and this is the link. Anyone can see this. So you can also I suggest you if you don't have GitHub ID till now, you have to you should make one, and you can push all your projects over here. And this is the basic UI of so I have 27 repositories. So these are all the projects. So basically this is Java, this is Dart. I actually code apps in Flutter. So these are some Flutter apps. This is some portfolio project, the project that I'm working on. This is some other app. So this is Python. So that's how your repositories work. And anyone can commit on it. Anyone can raise issues. If you find issues in this app, any issue, you can raise it here. Click on new issue, and you can type in whatever you want. These are pull request. If so basically there's one thing called contributor. So for example, let's say me and Dhruv, we are working on a project together. So I'll make him a contributor maybe. Okay. And after that, he can directly commit in my GitHub repository. So that's how collaboration works on GitHub. But if he's not a contributor, like if I have not given him access to contribute, what he does is he'll code his part, then he'll make new pull request. That's how you pull request. That's how you make pull request. Pull requests are basically like, if I want to contribute in your GitHub repository, I'll code my part and I'll create a new pull request. So that's how the code thing works on GitHub. So that's the basic UI of GitHub, and it's really helpful. And instead of like, as we did here, we went to VCS and all. Instead of that, what we can also do is we can search for GitHub commands. So instead of like adding files then pushing it, you can also use GitHub commands. So these are some commands. Git add, it will add all the files to your like a local repository. Then it will commit. So there are many type of commands. So many people like, it's like many people use commands only, and instead of using VCS. So that's what people prefer. So that's how GitHub works. Any doubts till now? Like we can conclude the session. We'll resume to this app tomorrow, and tomorrow is the last session that we have. Okay, so now we can conclude it maybe. So you can leave.